good. Hold on, I have to fix that. No, it's not good. Okay, hold on, let me try this. Okay, it's better. Hello, everyone. Hello, Mr. Fox. You're the first this week. Good evening. Hello, Tammy. Hello, Karen. Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone? Hello. Morning. Isn't it evening? We are 7:30 in the evening, not 7:30 at night. Did you travel and I wasn't aware? So for us Canadians, it is spring break. That started on Friday. So our kids finished school and they are off for 1 full week with me at home. Hello, Joe. So it is definitely, you like to mess with me. I thought so. And only had 1 coffee today. So I'm easy to get confused. So it is spring break. I have the kids with me all week, upcoming week, and they're back in school. I think it's on Tuesday. Yeah, so they have a couple of days with me at home. Anyone else, kids on spring break? Gonna plug my light because I think my light is gonna die on me. How can you see me? Is the lighting okay? Well, now it's terrible, but let's see if I can make it better. I lost the wire for my ring light. So I used to have a photographer ring light, and I lost the wire to it. This is not good. We've been looking for it for a couple of weeks now, and every time like we do like big cleaning, I'm like, I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find where we put that. Still haven't found it. So I have like a reading light over my desk. Hello, Remy. How are you? Oh no. I hope you feel better soon. So your spring break is in 3 weeks. Okay. Well, I remember when I was in school, it was sometime the last week of February. Sometimes it was the first week of March. And then in college is a bit different. We had a long weekend. They call it winter break. Oh, that's fun. We all are gifted with 2 loose eyeball. That's how we are able to see. Okay. As long as you can somewhat see me, you know. So I am doing a live so that I can talk to you guys. Hello, Karen. I really need to find that wire. So if you have 2 seconds, don't forget to do the thumbs up for me. So my kids, since they're on vacation, they're not sleeping. So I might have interruption. I sent them to bed like at the same time as I do usually, but they all know that it's off this week. So they kind of did not cooperate with me. So I might have them like sneak down the stairs and come say hi. Okay. So I'm actually hearing one coming down the stairs. or walking upstairs. Hello, almost homesteading. Good, good, good. Yes, it is definitely real life. I keep saying this. I am not the one to only show the good or only talk about the good. I always show and talk the good, the bad, and ugly. Because there's always a couple of sides to a story. Everyone's saying hi. Hello, Marcus. Yes. So I've been talking a lot during my current, I think last week, current week and the week before. Yeah. So me and Lynn from Bucket List Homestead came up with a super fun project that is actually starting today. So Lynn today posted her first video about our little fun. It's not a collaboration because we started like pretty late. It's just us two, so we call it a mini series. So March Molasses Madness has started today. We came up with 10 recipes that we're gonna try. It's only new recipes, so it's not recipes that we do normally. So every time we film eat like each other, it's content or recipes that we have never done. So this week's video, Lynn's video, came out today at 3. If someone can put it in the comments, it would be nice, unless I have it on my phone next to me, I can put it. So Lynn's video came out today at 3 Eastern, and her cookies look just delicious, absolutely delicious. I have to try them. So I did have a sourdough discard molasses cookie, but now I'm definitely going to have to go try hers because it seems to be a little easier, less steps, and they do look really good. So if you really want to learn a little bit more about molasses and fun recipes to do with it, I'm going to be, yes, please, if you can, Marilyn. So Lynn is going to be on Sundays, 3 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to be on Thursday, same time, 3 p.m. Eastern. So some of our videos actually complement each other. Like example, this week, both of us are doing cookies. And there are weeks there's gonna be battles going on. Like, is it my recipe that looks better or Lynn's recipe that looks better? And we're gonna see how the comments tell us which recipe is actually better. And then some will be full meals, side dishes. So one of us will have either or. So that means if you want to have the full meal, you have to watch both of our videos. And then I'm trying to remember. So one's a breakfast. Yeah, one's a breakfast, one's a cookie, one's a full meal, and then we have the side dish. I'm missing one. Oh, the dough. Thank you, Marilyn. So that will be on throughout the month of March. And the last Sunday, which is March 31st, you'll have 2 videos, like bonus videos, because it's a long weekend of Easter here. I think it's Easter everywhere. It's only in October that we celebrate earlier than you guys, one of our holidays. So it's going to be the 2 of us that's going to have those videos on the 31st. So you're going to have double videos, double content from us. And yes, it is a healthy competition because I've read some of the recipes that she chose. They are just like delicious. I'm really looking forward to all of those recipes. Yes, it is maple syrup. I've been bugging my husband to tap our trees to get maple syrup. Marilyn's here. There it is. So this is Lynn's video. And make sure, if you want to see both of her content, to subscribe to both of her channels and to hit that notification bell. When you hit that bell, it gives you, I think it's an email you receive, that we have made a new video. I swap out sometime maple syrup as a sweetener in some of my recipes, and I have to admit they turn out pretty good. Some recipe that says honey, I have a tendency of going more for molasses, because molasses almost has the same thickness and consistency as honey. It does definitely have different profiles of as food, but I find it's the same consistency. But when I do add maple syrup, it adds more liquids to a recipe. So sometimes I kind of feel that if I don't want to mess up too much, I reduce some of the liquid and then add the maple syrup to keep the sweetness, but not have like a wet thing going on. But definitely, if maple syrup was not that expensive, I would definitely have maple syrup on everything. Ooh, sap. Hello, Lynn! I'm so happy you popped in. I wasn't sure you were going to pop in. So I just shared earlier on that your video was live. So the link was shared. Late. I had to wait for other collab. I was part of give. Ooh, no worries. Okay, now you're intriguing me. So molasses pie with lard. Hold on. Molasses pie with lard. That sounds absolutely divine. Was it just molasses? Can you give me a little bit more info on that? It does sound good. Thank you, Marcus. Because I did go on Google. Oh, it says shoe fly pie. So what are the ingredients? So you have flour, salt, butter, lard, ice water, all-purpose flour, brown sugar, salt, filling, baking soda, boiling water, 8-ounce molasses by weight. Okay, so is it called a shoe fly pie? I'm going to put the link in the comments, Marilyn. Just let me know if that kind of somewhat hits what you're talking about. Okay, so I think this is the first time I see you on the channel, but there's a reason I kind of came up with the molasses idea. So a couple of years back, I purchased that big jug of molasses, and I made a promise to myself that I was going to start making more of these snacks and desserts for my family. And I did use up some of it, but I kind of felt that I was not living up to what I've promised myself. And I did promise content to viewers. So I'm like, I have to step up a little bit. And then I was meditating and I was thinking, and I was like, molasses needs to be talked about. And Lynn and I love bacon. So I knew, unless she was beyond busy, which we are, but yet she still said yes. So as soon as I proposed the idea, she just flew on this boat, and I'm losing my English tonight. So she just said yes. And I think that day we spent 5 hours talking about it. It was crazy. We went back and forth and had so much fun. Oh, try to come and join us on your computer if you can. Awesome. Molasses on toast, molasses in milk, even better. Yes. I think I said this on Lynn's live on Wednesday. My mom used to have, she used to tell me, because I love lightly toasted bread with a lot of butter and I dip it in maple syrup. It was one of my favorite breakfasts as a child. And my mom said she was exactly the same, but with molasses, fancy molasses, not blackstrap. She was using fancy molasses when she was young. So she would put two toasts and molasses in a plate, and then she would have molasses left. So she would make more bread, and then she had no more bread but still had molasses. So she was like an ongoing process, and she really enjoyed it. I'm getting closer to oh my god, it's true, you're down south. It's warm. Well, it is warm here. That's not normal, but I don't know if it is a thing. My addiction grandma was doing it. Maybe. Where did the comment go? Okay. I don't know if it's a thing. My Acadian grandmother was doing it. Maybe because they were poor. Normally they would eat as a dessert on salted cod and potato dish. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go down the comment. You probably responded, but just let me know if that's the Lynn, we might have to extend into April. I'm finding so many recipes. Hello, inquisitive farm wife. Okay, hello. No worries. No worries. I know Sunday is Mom Day. You guys talk on the phone. Yeah, well, so I kind of got you with baking. As soon as I said baking, I think you were on board right away. Maybe it was square and had a pie crust on the bottom and top, but I never saw her do it. Just know they were chunks of lard and molasses. That sounds delightful. Okay, so if I go back to Mr. Google Pants, let's go molasses square pie. Well, everyone says everything Mr. Google Pants is saying is a shoe fly pie. There's an Amish version. Okay, what does it say? What are the ingredients? Scrolling down. Okay. I haven't ate dinner. That looks absolutely delicious. And my blood sugar is probably going to boil if I eat all of that. Okay, so a cup of molasses, hot water, an egg, 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda, all-purpose flour, brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of shortening. We can probably sub it out for lard, and pie crust that you can also make with lard. Okay, so I found this one. I did. There's weeks that I will remember some stuff, and there's weeks that I won't. I'm really sorry. Shoe fly pie, the only molasses pie I've ever heard of. Okay, definitely. Okay, so I saved the recipe. I might have to try that. What do you think, Lynn? Should we extend? Should we like take a couple of like a week off and then go for more? So my video is filmed, uploaded, I'm almost finished uploading it, and it's going to be ready for Thursday. I am having I would say not a lot, but some difficulties filming with my new camera. So I did get some very constructive comments about my new video and the way that I film it with my new camera. Let me see if I can bring it. Okay, so I am now filming on a tripod and a camera, and I'm really struggling. And if you are watching my content and you want to add to the constructive comments that I've been getting, it seems that I'm not close enough, and there's certain details that you don't see, especially when I bake. If I'm talking, it's like not that much. But have you seen anything different that needs to be adjusted in my current videos? So I think I'm at my 5th video with my new camera. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But these 2 are not published yet. So 4. At least 4 video with my new camera. And I'm also relearning how to edit on a computer. And I've been suggested to switch over DaVinci. So that is a new editing software that is free. Or to switch onto the Mac of my husband. But I'm not too familiar with Mac. So I'm not sure what I'll do. But if you have comments that you would like to let me know about my videos that I've posted lately. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. No. What are you talking about? Like this morning I found a pancake waffle recipe that had molasses, that I wanted to switch up molasses in it and try it. In French, probably this one. Okay. I'm going to open it on my phone. Okay, I'm going to save this up. Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll see how this goes. So I don't know if your dough recipe is filmed, or any others are filmed, because we're trying to film a lot of videos in advance. But definitely, if we can, and if Lynn is up for it, we can definitely maybe post a couple. But we'll see, because I don't know how much crazy it's going to get for me in April. I still haven't decided how much from seeds I'm going to go this year. If ever, example, broccoli, cauliflower, cabbages. I'm not sure if I'm going to grow any this year, or spinach, because I can just buy frozen spinach. I know it's not the ideal thing going on, and I could just buy seedlings at the nursery of cabbages. It's going to be basic cabbages, but I've been going back and forth since, I would say, 2 weeks now. Am I starting everything from seed? Am I starting 70%, 50%? Or I started my onions, some flowers that are stratifying, and some herbs. Some of the herbs I'm sowing this week. But I always go back to having that second guess moment. Not because I can't do it. I've started most everything from seed at least for 4 years now. But I never crashed. I never burnt out close to depression like I did last year. So every time I take on a big thing, because starting seeds to the scale that I do, it's big. So it does require a lot of my time. So every time I sit behind and I go, like, am I really ready to go back to the size of what I was last year? Because I still want to create content. So the idea behind all of what I'm sharing here on YouTube is I don't want to burn myself out at home, and I don't want to burn myself out content wise. So I want to provide good quality content for you guys, but not like just anything. I want it to be something interesting for you guys. I know food is going to be very interesting, and like desserts, I rarely know anyone that does not like desserts. Definitely. It's definitely a learning curve, and B-rolls, I film them with my phone, but I'm still like, I feel like I'm back where I started 3 years ago, where like I'm not sure where to put myself, how to position myself, and like all of that. So it's kind of like a big adjustment. No worries. No worries. Well, 13%, you at least have 20 minutes if you don't do anything else. Perfect. Thank you. Right now, I am using the free version of CapCut. So I just wrote it in the comments. Yay! So I was supposed to film this week a little bit. I'm not entirely sure how much I will be able to film. My husband is on vacation, so I'm going to see. I've prepared everything that was supposed to be published for this week. I kind of took a little bit advance, but I'm hoping if I can't do the week 2, there are shorter ones I might like squeeze in this week, depending how the kids collaborate with me. Beer, definitely. I remember you told me that. So this year, like starting from seeds, I have 2 options. So I could start my heirloom seeds, like my slicers of tomatoes, the peppers that I really enjoy, and then 50%, that would represent 50% of the peppers plants that I need. And I could just go buy packs of 12 at the nursery, which usually was $5. I have no idea what it's going to be this year, but instead of having all of those plants to manage, the lights on, off, and the watering and the soil, my water ban, like I can reuse the water of my pasta to water some of my seedlings, the potato water. When I have lettuce, I can save up the lettuce, the water that I use. Then there's so many ways I can save up on water to water my seedlings. But like outside, bye Lynn, but outside is completely different. So I could decide like just to grow my heirloom tomatoes and my Italian tomatoes. I could just go buy Roma types at the store, but I wouldn't know if it's San Marzano or Italian Roma. Some nurseries don't write it on their little note. I do not like San Marzano. The taste is great, but they don't do well here. They seem to be the one that suffers from blossom end rot the most. But from what I'm hearing, it's the one that is the tastiest. So I had 20 something plants of San Marzano, and I think I lost like more than 50% of each plant to blossom end rot, which really aggravated me a lot because 24 plants, that's a lot. So I think I'm going for 60 paste style tomatoes this year. So that would be 5 crates. So maybe $25 to $30 worth of just Roma type. But then I have all the positive of me buying those seedlings. So they would all be the same size. They will all be the same cultivar. So that means they will produce about at the same time. So instead of having like 10 Amish paste, 10 this, 10 that, because I have a lot of different types of seeds, different types of cultivar. So I kind of never just grow 60 of the same. That means one is 60 days to maturity, one is 55 days to maturity, one is 70 days to mature. So they never come out all at the same time. But buying 5 or 6 crate of paste tomato, I would have a harvest about always at the same time, making my life a little easier. So there's a lot of positive to buy seedlings at the nursery. If you know, if you know the way that they grow their seeds. So it depends to what extent and how organized you are. I've come to realize that I thought I was organized, but I need a little help to get organized. So I either step down on certain things and then go to the nursery and buy it, and slowly build I have always had temporary sewing rooms. It was always temporary. I work really hard to build, and then hodgepodge certain things, and then created chaos, created frustration because it was temporary location. So there's things that when you create a final place, you think of everything. So water, where you need water when you have seedlings. So you need to have a deep sink to fill your buckets to bring to your watering station if you're not near water for your seedlings. So, and then sometimes you have bad luck, your seedling died, It's there's some positive to grow from seed, but there's also the darker side. So I need to take in consideration all of those things before I can make a decision. Everyone raves about Sarmarzanos. Everyone I know, every grower that grows Italian style, paste style tomato always suggests either 10 fingers, which is a San Marzano style tomato, which is the one I used to grow. Always suggests those two. So I've taken out some seeds that I wanted to grow. So I think this year my paste style tomato is Roma, Gilberti from M.I. Gardner, Napoli from M.I. Gardner, and I have another one, if my memory is correct. I think I have 4 this year that I've taken out. But 60 tomato plants would be 2 trays. With my 40. Yeah, so 1 tray and a half. Just of paste style tomato. But when you grow from seeds, let's just say that you think you need 60 plants. You're going to sow 80, or depending how old your seeds are. Sorry, the things that you see around me going, that's Luna, my dog's hair. She's molting, and there's hair everywhere regardless of everything I do. So let's just say you need 60 paste style tomato, Roma, Italian, whatever you want to call them. So you're not just going to sow 60. If your seeds are very old, sometimes I sow double. So I'm going to sow at least 100 to make sure that I have good germination. So my 60 will become maybe 80. And then some of my seedlings will sadly die or get their heads cut off because my children sometimes help me out. Or when I transplant them, last year I had some, I don't know if it's root maggots, but when I dug it out, there was these white, big, fat things in the root system. So I lost some of those. So I always have backup plants. So usually if I think I need 60, I always have at least 10 spare. So that just my Roma Italian style tomato for sauce making salsa is 2 trays. And then I probably will have one more tray for my slicers and my cherries. So just that is 3 trays. Like this year, I went from 4 onions trays to 3. And I'm going to go to the nursery and buy little trays of onions, because I've used up a lot of older seeds for onions, and the germination is like not very good with old onion seeds. So I know that I will be able just to get, last year they were $2.25, and there was a lot of little onion seedlings in there. So I'm going to go for that. Oh gosh, I have to go. Darn, I'll catch the rest. No worries. Have a great night. I will start everything outdoors. I believe I need to keep an eye on the grocery store parking lot and see if greenhouse open. So here, greenhouse is normally open the first week of May for selling seedlings. I go that week normally, and they have everything. So last year in 2023, I think their opening was March 3rd, like the day before I was leaving for the conference in Ontario. And I went with a friend, and you have a lot of choices when you go the first week they open. So I think I'm going to do that also this year. Bear, I'm guessing that's blossom and rot. It's still frustrating, but tomatoes and summers, I know tomatoes are both. Yeah. So San Marzano for me is the worst. Roma type, I never had issues, and one that I had zero blossom and rot was from a seed place in Quebec. What was it called? It was, trying to remember. Jardin Les Coumens, and the seed's called. Oh, I hate it when my brain does that. Jardin Les Coumens. I'm trying to find it for you guys so that if ever you're looking for options for that. I have like the name. Not the Amish paste. Ropreco. So these did very, very, very well here. I'm not growing them this year. I wanted to try Napoli. But I grew them for 3 years here, and they did. So I have 2 racks right now. Only one is set up. The second I have to set it up. But I'm so worried that I'm gonna like fall into the same cracks that I did last year. That I always second guess every decision that I do. And we were supposed to work on a seedling greenhouse this year. We have probably 30% of the structure as in material, because we're upcycling a lot of it. We're picking up like old, like for free wood, pallet wood. And I think right now we have enough to do the frame, the lower frame, and the bottom part. I think we used up all the 2x4s we had on a project, but we're probably going to get a couple of more 2x4s. But I don't think we're going to be able to make the seedling greenhouse and redo my raised beds. I don't think we'll be able to this year. I kind of stopped having, like, I used to have all these projects that I wanted to do, and I would find myself midsummer realizing that I was not able to get anything done, and be so hard on both of us, me and my husband. So I don't want to do that this year. Rosso. Okay, I don't know this one. Karen says, I put powdered eggshells around the drip line of my tomatoes and put 45 tomato plants I had on 2 tomatoes. Okay, so I used to do that. I used to put I had a lot of duck eggs, and I would collect all my duck eggs and I had duck eggs, chicken eggs, and quail eggs. And one year I was so overwhelmed with eggs in the spring, I would just collect them, break the egg, put it in the bottom of the plant. But then I had a skunk that decided to unearth all of the eggs. So I no longer do that, but it's definitely a good idea to do. Now what I do is I buy pellets of fertilizer. It's chicken fertilizer that has calcium in it, and I just put a handful of fertilizer, slow release fertilizer, in the hole of my tomato plant. So I dig my hole, put a handful of fertilizer, the chicken manure, and plant. The years that I have a lot of rabbit poop that is dry, I don't know if I'll have that this year. We forgot to put a collector of poop under the rabbit. So I think I'm losing my English tonight. So the poop of the rabbits will probably stay within the tunnel this year. But if you have access to rabbit poop, you could put also that under your tomato plants. The year that I did that with my pepper plants, it was the best year ever for me. It was amazing what my pepper plants did for me that year. Is it related? I will never know. But it was my best pepper plant year. I saw a hack saying plant them with thumbs. Yeah, definitely. I saw that too. But I don't have that here. We just wrote our project list today. There has to be 14. Yeah. I feel like the list keeps getting longer and longer and longer and never ends. They say, I think, that the soil as usually have enough calcium in it. It just depends. The plant cannot take it. Yeah. I heard that also. I'm trying to remember where I read that. Definitely, I agree. This year, I would say the 2 last year, were not very good pepper years. They were not bad, but they were not great. But the year that I used the rabbit poop, it was really amazing. I had so much pepper. I didn't even buy pepper to freeze. It was only my peppers. 2023, I purchased. It was 99 cents a pound at the grocery store. It was locally grown. I have no idea the farming practices, which bugged me, but I know that I did not have enough here in the backyard to freeze and for all my recipes, so I ended up doing that. But yes, definitely, you're the rabbit lady. You should try it. See if it works. Make a difference. Hi, Darren. I'm doing great. I hope you're as well. I am looking into a possible way to get my herd of rabbits a little bigger this year. I'm not sure if the project will take like the full extent of what I want this year, but it will definitely be something that I'm working on this year to make a perfect setup or semi-perfect setup for next year. So rabbit poop for me, well, rabbit manure, I should say, is really something I want to focus on. So rabbit manure is cold manure, so you can use it right away. I would not use it like on lettuce, root vegetables, but they do say you can, but I do not as preference. But like you can take rabbit poop that was just put on the floor and then put it under your tomato plants, pepper plants. Um, Obviously, they are not for every plant because every manure has their good and their bad. Like one has more potassium, one has more nitrogen, blah, blah, blah. But I find that my rabbit operation for manure could actually be something positive for me because I find that buying soil every year is beyond expensive now. Like last time I got like a dump truck of soil and he told me the price on the phone. I was like, oh my God, that's expensive. So that was like prior to everything that's going on. Last year, I just bought a pallet of compost in bags, and Fred went to pick it up with his truck. So it was cheaper that way, but it's still very expensive. So if I can supply most of my needs with a small rabbit operation, it would be nice. Okay. I think I wrote that my peppers are for March 16th, but every northern climate zone 4, 5, all started their seeds very early in March. I used to start mine end of March. Last year was mid-March, but I think I'm going to try. But I need to make up my mind first if I'm going to do only heirlooms, cute and cuddly ones that are not available in the nurseries. And then just buy like those big bulky ones in the nursery. Hi! We're talking about food again. Awesome. I did start some of my hot peppers. I tried the napkin on a heat mat. I think my napkin had too much water, so I think my seed's rotten. So I've took out my mini soil blocker and I started sowing some peppers. And I think I'm going to do that this week. Like at least my hot peppers, and then see if I can do my sweet peppers at the end of the week. Hello! I forgot your name. Love the land every... No, sorry. Love the land everyday homestead. So I normally buy 6 cayenne at the nursery, or 1 cayenne plant, depending on the year. This year, I have like very old seeds. I want to pass them. Yes, it's true. I remember mardi. I'm going to try, like, pass the packet of seed and see if I can get some to germinate. I'm near the end of my cayenne peppers dehydrated. I have to, I think I have like half a mason jar left. Because Mardi is the day of the week for Tuesday for us. I shouldn't forget that. I'm trying to germinate more microgreens. Nice. I've done microgreens like late last year. It did well. It did well here in little mason jars. I'll get you more cayennes or seeds or plants if you want them. Well, that's if I go to the conference. Like at this point, I have no idea how I'm going to make it there. I know that lodging will, like, there's a lot of lodging options between Darren, Angie, can't remember who's the other one. But for me, it's the car repair. Like, I need to do a car part change on one of my wheels. I did have one hit and run on my car that, like, I don't need to repair it, but I need to tie part of my bumper because part of my bumper is like laying down, not on the ground. But when I do like a long distance, I do not like to have part of my bumper like going in the wind and doing what it's not supposed to do. I prefer growing peppers in a tunnel for sure. They love the heat. The conference is in May, Eastern Ontario Conference, and I think it's May 5th. No, May 4th. Well, we can also pass by your place. True. I really hope that I can make it. So, gas-wise, I'm trying to collect my points to get gas cards. So that would be covered. But I really need that part to be changed for me to be able to go. Hello, Patrick. Wait, you're not going? Wait, even if I'm not Annie. What'd I miss? Yes, okay, this is the town I was looking for. Thank you. So it's May 4th in I'm going to massacre the name. Dembig? Oh, Patrick was saying hello to you, but I said hello to Demby. Okay, thank you. I feel my organization needs organization at this point. Like, I'm at my office where I study, where I brainstorm on content, where I study, where I do everything, and like I find myself reorganizing it like on a daily basis. And we've reorganized our laundry room dash bathroom dash sheet room. Like, we have like this one space that's like there's the anyways. I promised you guys I was going to film it when I was like finished being installed, which is almost done. So I now have a desk to sow my seeds. And like I find myself, I'm organized here, but then I'm like chaos there. And then like it represents me. My organization needs organization. I find that I get sidetracked often, and then there's days that I feel massively productive, and there's days that I do not. I feel like I have the expression like running around with a chicken with no head. That's called making progress one room at a time. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, a desk for your seeds. Yes. Why do I need to think bigger? Bigger. It is thinking bigger. I have an actual sewing station. So we've used up our old kitchen cabinet that we've removed, and I've created a 5x5, maybe like 5x6 space where I have a stand-up counter where I can sow my seeds and have access to water instead of going, well, now I don't have access to water, but in the future I will. Have no idea what you're talking about. We sidetracked folks need systems. You're on a roll. My living room is seedling place. My bathroom upstairs is soil place. Yes, organized. So my bathroom, there's still a wall to be removed there. Is in an L shape. Part of that is the new washer, well, new to us, washer and dryer, and then part bathroom, and then part sewing room. So I have like these two beautiful windows that the sun shines in that location. My daughter actually goes there to write, to paint, to draw, to read, because the sun shines and it warms up the place. So I probably will have to battle sometimes with my daughter to have access to that room. But I like to have like a place dedicated for my seeds, for my soil. And it's also will be my station where I will do my soaps. When I will have a functioning sink there, it's where I will keep all of my soap supplies, and it's kind of becoming like a workbench for me. Moving around with the season. So during the summer, it's going to be, well, winter, spring, when summer is going to be for sewing, and then fall and winter for soaps and other projects. Because I am doing my hair serum, I'm going to say it, my hair oil, my face oil, body oil. I also do, I don't know how you call these. These are like rollers with oil in it for different things. Like I have one to help my children relax, for headaches and all of that. And like I have like my essential oils and all my oils like in different locations in the house. And having that station, I will have all of my supplies all at the same place. Well, that's the goal, the end goal. I don't know if it's going to happen this year, but it is the end goal. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. The reasoning behind me having a seedling greenhouse would be so there would be no more soil inside the house. But I would need to heat it because right now my onions are on heat mats. So if I would do my seed, like I could probably start my seedlings like in February, March inside, and then slowly convert to the seedling greenhouse outside, like towards the end of March. So that means I would only have like most of February and like a month and a half inside the house where it's going to be like somewhat dirty, and then clean everything and bring everything outside. It would be also a good thing if I can get a seal shut, isolated greenhouse where I can maintain the temperature to, I think onion seedlings can withhold 10 degrees Celsius. I think so. I would have to check. But like I would be able to have like all of that outside. That means I will no longer use electricity, although I think onion needs supplemental light. They do enjoy the light. But anyways, I would save up on cleaning, on so many things of having a greenhouse outside. But I'm not there yet. Yes, aromatherapy. I have not tried lard soap. I do have a recipe that I have access to with one of the course I did. I have not tried it yet. I'm not there yet. So I'm using sweet almond oil, jojoba oil. I just finished it. I need to order it again. What else? Avocado oil. There's another one. Rose hip oil. There's another one. I know there's another one. And I'm going to go, oh my God, yes, that was it. avocado oil, sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, rose hip. I know I have a fifth one. All those I have mine stored in those plastic drawer things, but the two top drawers are shallow than the bottom drawer. Okay. My essential oils are next to me because I use them on a daily basis. They need to have, I would love to have those little two drawers on a desk and kind of fit it to have my essential oil like more organized. But my oils that I use for my hair, my face, they're all down there. Nice. Well, thanks for doing the conversion for me. I'm trying to remember the oils that I use. That is my tunnel. So if you've watched any of my videos that I'm in my tunnel, it's a temple converted structure, car garage. The person was selling it. Obviously now they kind of picked up on what we're doing, so they're no longer selling it cheap. We got it for $40 Canadian. And some of the parts were rusted, some of the parts needed to be changed. So we just went to a shop where you can buy the extra parts. Some of them were like $2, some of them were like 10 cents, like the screws and all of that. So I think we got $10 of supplies for it. And then we've added on wood frames, obviously. But I would say it is a good way, a cheaper way to have a tunnel going on. There is some negative part of having a temple converted structure, a carport, because some of the areas are not sealed off and you need to put red tape for the air not to come in. But I wanted to paint the structure. My husband did not want me to paint. He's like, it looks redneck as it is. And he finds that if I would paint it, I wanted to paint it black or white, depending what he wanted. So I wanted either white, black, or I think like dark green. I find that it would add more beauty, but it would definitely add to the projects because like you need to buy paint, the brushes, blah, 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 blah. And I think you need to seal the paint, if I'm not mistaken. So it would have been a lot of work, so I didn't paint it. Nice. That's fun. I have one bar recipe for lard soap, so you can try different essential. Yeah, definitely. So every time I do a recipe of soap, the essential oils that I choose depends how I feel, what I want to create. When I do winter soaps, I go for like, this time I went for orange and grapefruit because they're photosensitive oils. And I'm like mostly covered up. And my face, I don't wash it with that, and my neck either. My hands, I like wash them like on a daily basis with like dish soap, so I know that it's not going to be exposed to the sun. So I have a tendency of going with those oils because I like the uplifting scent of citrus oils. And then during the spring, I want to convert to repel mosquitoes. So everything that repel mosquitoes, that's what I add to the soaps that I use normally in March, April, May. And then I want to try, there's one, it's pear. And another one, it's like pomegranate, like maybe for fall. Those two maybe for fall, and like kind of have like a rotating inventory of all of those. Yes, conversions are important. Coconut oil, I have it, but I cook with it. Almond oil, I have it. Jojoba oil, I have it. Avocado oil, I have it. Shea butter, I have it. Grapeseed oil, I don't have it yet. Castor oil is the next one that I want to get my hands on, but I'm still missing one. I know I'm missing one. I should go in my Amazon purchases because that's where I got mine. Let's see. They were on special when I got them. Apricot oil. So the real name, what's it called? Kernel something apricot oil. Anyways, apricot oil. That's the one I got. Well, it could be seen as very productive also, because it depends what you watched. I finished my homemade jarred salsa from a family friend. It was so good. I will rinse the jar and reuse it for something. Homemade salsa is always good. Okay, I'm really, really, really new at making soaps. The course that I haven't finished following my course. It's like online course, and I started it before the holidays, and then in January, and then I converted into finishing the Reiki one. She's using lard of pigs, but I can't remember if one of her recipes is with beef tallow. But there is someone that I saw that made, what's it called? It's not salve. It's for your hands, I think. What's your name? Venison for Dinner shares a beef tallow recipe. I can't remember if it was for her hands or her face, but she does share a recipe. Okay, so you could use rabbit lard. Definitely. If you haven't picked up on that tip, now's the time to pick up on it. I always end up talking about food. I do mine with lye also. If you're new to soaps and you're terrified of the sponification process, with the water and the lye, you can use there's a name for it. The sponification part is already done. A melt and pour. So you can melt the block. Usually it's a pound. You melt the block, and then you can add like essential oils, coloring, or any other add-ons, coffee grains, to flavor a little bit the soap. But then you don't have that the lye process of sponification. It's already done for you. I think I already answered your question. You don't want to lie about it. You're on fire. I have to admit, lye traumatized me. So I went to follow a physical course at a local store a little while back. And I was confident because the teachers were there and a friend of mine was there. And I told my friend, like, we need to do at least one or two more recipes, like to feel somewhat comfortable. And we did one. And then she announced to me that she was moving, and I was so sad. We stopped making soaps. And then I bought everything to make a soap of mosquito repellent. I had everything going on, and then I chickened out. And then I think I posted a picture on my community tab that I was doing soap, and I was like, it was nerve-wracking for me. I think I read it at least 10 times. And like I had my laptop with like a video because of the course I'm following. Like I see the step-by-step of what she's doing. I had my recipe that I was following. I printed everything, highlighted everything, reread every line about 10 times, and then I ended up succeeding. But it took a while for me to wrap my head around every single step. But definitely need to read every single steps. This is not something you can eyeball. Like, you need to follow every single steps. You promise you will not lie. The soaps that I do right now, the only recipe that I have tried is olive oil, coconut oil, and then mango butter, cacao butter, shea butter, and I add as a coloring, but also for benefit. I think how do you say argile in English? Clay. I add, like the last one, I added pink clay to my soap. And I used Smart and Sassy essential oils. I'm going by memory. But there is one that I really, really want to try. It's carrot and chamomile. I want to try to grow my own carrots and do with my own carrots that soap. That would be nice. Because I do have a lot of chamomile that is dehydrated. So it would be nice to try that. Just reviewing comments if I missed anything. Yeah, some of the soaps we just started carrying for the website have clay in it. Yeah, so I'm starting to use clay. So there's two that I'm very interested in. The pink one, and there is a green one that is called... My brain can only remember so much information. So, clay. No, where is that? Where did I save that one? Oh, sorry. I think it's not bentonite. What is it called? What is it called? I'm looking for it. I'm going to find it. I just need to find it. So, green French clay. That is on my wish list. I want to do green French clay and pear scented soap. Because the green clay... Come on, work with me. I can use it for the soaps, but also for skincare. It's not letting me zoom in anyways. So I use the pink clay and the green one. Night, Desmond. And I really enjoyed it. It is fun because I've switched to only handmade soaps, and I like, just for my hair, I use a bar soap, and I saw, at first I was very, very discouraged, and Marilyn was telling me you're gonna not fall in love with bar soaps at all for your hair. You're gonna go through that period of, oh my god, what did I do, and then get back up, which I'm starting to see the difference. My hair is different. I have volume I have not had in so many years, and it's for my skin. I know that I need to hydrate my hands a little bit more and drink more water, but my skin definitely is different. The pig lard we use in our soap is unreal. So moisture. Nice. Here's the question. Tallow and venison fat tend to make a brittle soap and are best blended with other fats. So I've seen someone do salves with the tallow. Venison for Dinner does one, but I'm trying to remember. Take care. Definitely. I don't know if I'm going to have a pig this year. So I have 2 bars, 2 big, I think it's 2 pound of lard. I'm kind of hesitant to use it. It's in the freezer because I have no idea if I will have access to pork at all. The grower has not messaged me, and he told me last year was his last year, and usually by now he's messaged me to tell me, are you in this year? And usually he would tell me, I'm not doing this anymore. I had so much complication, blah, blah, blah. And then in the spring, he would message me, hey, look, I bought some little porks, and do you still want one? He has not done that this year. So, yeah, that's also what I was told. I think I have a local butchery. I know that it's a little different than to make lard. I can maybe ask if we don't have access to a pork, or I only have a quarter of a beef. This I purchased last year, so I don't think he does the tallow. I would have to ask if in his quarters if he can include tallow or the fat, and I can do my own tallow. I know there's a little bit more process to tallow. It would be maybe something I could just go buy beef fat and pork fat at the shop that I have here in my town. I could also go through that. Okay, I really want to find the venison for dinner tallow. It's the tallow bomb. I'm going to put it in the comments. Here. You can go check it out if you want. Really? Okay, I'm learning something ever new. Okay, so the beef for us was the first year. So from what I understand is the butcher divides a beef on a table and then divides in 4 equal parts what's there. So it's not someone I personally know that does this. So it's a friend of a friend, and I buy it from the friend, which he gets it from his friend. I would have to ask if the next time we can have the fat. Yeah, I was going to go and say the same thing. My eyes and my brain are so tired, and I need to be top shape for the week that's coming. I have to keep more than one human alive. And spring break is going to be intense. So think of me this week. I did plan a couple of activities. My town was is blessing us with some free activities. So the kids are booked for a couple of those activities. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And then we have Tuesday and Friday that Fred's gonna be on vacation for 4 days. So I'm hoping to bring Luna for a ride in the forest, at least on those 2 days that the kids don't have anything. Or I don't know, maybe make those Graham cookies again and have s'mores outside by the fire. So I'm gonna go. And again, the March Molasses Madness has now started. The first video is published. You can go catch that. So it is Lynn's video today was published on Bucket List Homestead. It was sourdough discard molasses cookies. And my next video for cookies is going to be on Thursday. So night, Marilyn. Take care. Oh, you have to edit. Well, good night, everyone. Yes, I will be live on next Sunday, even if my kids are home. They've behaved. They're just up the stairs. They did really good. So they should do the same next week. So take care, everyone. Bye. Best wishes, everyone. Night.